So in the beginning of my high school career, I managed to escape the ordinary and take a stand against my family tradition of alcoholism. And I'm standing here today to show you how it's possible to do that. And it all started with a club named Snowball and something so simple as this ball of yarn. So when you think of a family tradition, you don't really think of something that can harm your family, like alcoholism. You normally think of going to movies on midnight on New Year's Eve, or opening presents on Christmas Eve, or passing down the family heirloom, something that doesn't harm you. But nevertheless, my family has been passing down alcoholism for generations. But somehow it skipped my mom, because she can't drink a glass of wine without falling asleep afterwards. She's hopeless. But I felt like it skipped her and it went to me, because when I was 2 years old, I had to get surgery on my elbow, and it was because it fell off the bed. Stupid, I know, but I was 2. And I got a 24-hour drug or something, and the doctor told my mom that I woke up 4 hours into it. And he's like, when your daughter's older, she's gonna outdrink everyone in the room. And my mom was like, I don't wanna hear that about my little 2-year-old, don't tell me that. So it got her scared. In turn, it got me scared, especially when I got to high school, because I associated high school with partying and drinking. As much as you don't want to think about it, you do. And I didn't want to get addicted. So my big brother, who was in Snowball before me, he introduced me to this club called Snowball. And it's a club that teaches you how to make the right choices, how to not drink, how to stay from drugs, how to think positively, and how to be a leader. Basically all of the above of everything good, be a little angel that you can do. And all I kept thinking was, as a little freshman, I was like, that sounds dorky. I'm gonna be even more of a dork than I already am if I join that club. But he made me go to the first meeting. And the first meeting was a Wednesday night, 8:00 p.m. And I was already exhausted from like the full day of classes and band and choir. Yes, I was a band and choir geek. And I was immediately woken up as soon as I walked into the auditorium, because there were leaders on the stage and they were screaming to the audience. They're like, "You can't ride in my little red wagon." And then the audience would repeat that back. And all I kept thinking was, what did I get myself into? These people look crazy. But in the back of my mind, I was like, I don't want to be like these crazy people. They look like they don't have a care in the world. They look like idiots, but at least they look like idiots together. And I wanted to be one of those idiots. But later in the meeting, the leaders pulled out these little balls of yarn. And I was like, what are we, cheerleaders now? But I was thrilled by this. It's so simple, but it's an emblem of positive change. So I'm going to show you guys how it works. And keep in mind, if you're in a Snowball meeting, everyone has one. And there could be like 50 people or more there. And you would take a little piece out of your little pocket of kangaroo thingies and tie it around someone. Go up to someone, say Lolly has one on. And I go up to her little necklace and I tie a little piece of yarn around her. And I say, Lolly, you're an amazing person. Thank you for being my friend. And then she does the same for me. She takes out a little thingy, and then she ties it around me, and she's like, Laura, you have very pretty eyes. And I was like, thank you. And then I move on to someone else, and you can get like 50 compliments in one night. That's like, it's amazing. And it sounds corny. It sounds really corny, I know. But you have no idea what it does for a little freshman who thinks she's not above alcoholism, who thinks she's only going to get addicted someday and amount to nothing, who thinks she's going to be just like her aunt or her uncle or her grandparents. But it basically, just this little ball of yarn got the ball rolling in me to like think differently, to think positively, and just to get over this stupid family tradition. And really, this club, I thought it was going to be stupid, and it sounded stupid. But once you get into it, and once you utilize these little strings, which I've kept since 7th grade, they instill a positive change in you that you're never going to forget. So overall, I escaped the ordinary and took a stand against my tradition. So I'm going to challenge you guys to do the same. Whatever that it is in your life that's ordinary, whatever it is that you think you can't do, you can. Because if I can do it, he can do it. Thank you.